the window of tolerance. Why you shut down or explode. 1 minute you're fine. The next, you're snapping at someone over something small. Or maybe it's the opposite. Someone says something hurtful, and instead of responding, you just freeze. You go numb. You can't access your words or your feelings. You've shut down completely. And then later you think, why did I react like that? What's wrong with me? Here's the truth. Nothing is wrong with you. Your nervous system has limits. And when you cross those limits, you either explode into hyperarousal, anger, panic, rage, or collapse into hypoarousal, numbness, shutdown, dissociation. This is called the window of tolerance. And understanding it will completely change how you see your reactions, your relationships, and yourself. Today, I'm breaking down exactly what the window of tolerance is, why yours might be narrow, and most importantly, how to widen it so you can stay regulated even when life gets hard. Let's dive in. The window of tolerance is a concept from trauma therapy developed by Dr. Dan Siegel. It describes the optimal zone of arousal where your nervous system is regulated, where you can think clearly, respond appropriately, and handle stress without losing control. Think of it like this. The top zone is hyperarousal. This is where you go when you're overwhelmed. You're activated, reactive, flooded. You might feel rage or irritability, panic or anxiety, racing thoughts, fight or flight mode, like you're too much. The bottom zone is hypoarousal. This is where you go when you're underwhelmed or shut down. You're collapsed, disconnected, numb. You might feel depressed or hopeless, foggy or spacey, emotionally flat, frozen or paralyzed, like nothing matters. The middle zone is your window of tolerance. This is the sweet spot. When you're in your window, you can think and feel at the same time, respond instead of react, handle challenges without falling apart, stay present and connected, and access your full range of emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Here's the key. Everyone has a window, but not everyone's window is the same size. Some people have a wide window. They can handle a lot of stress before they tip into dysregulation. Other people have a narrow window. Even small stresses push them out of their zone. And here's what most people don't understand. A narrow window isn't a personality flaw. It's a nervous system adaptation. Let me explain. Your window of tolerance is shaped by your early experiences, particularly in childhood. If you grew up in an environment that was safe, predictable, and responsive to your needs, your nervous system learned to stay regulated. You developed a wide window because you had lots of practice moving through emotions with support. But if you grew up in an environment that was chaotic, unpredictable, invalidating, or traumatic, your nervous system adapted differently. You developed a narrow window because you were frequently pushed into dysregulation without the support to come back to center. Your window might be narrow if you experience emotional neglect or invalidation, abuse, physical, emotional, or sexual, a parent with addiction, mental illness, or rage issues, divorce, instability, or frequent moves, bullying or social trauma, medical trauma or chronic illness, being parentified, taking care of adults as a child, any overwhelming experience your system couldn't process. Here's what happens. When you're repeatedly pushed out of your window as a child, your nervous system learns to live in a state of hypervigilance or shutdown. Your baseline shifts. You're either constantly braced for threat, or you've numbed out to protect yourself from feeling too much. As an adult, this means even minor stresses, traffic, a critical comment, a full inbox, can push you out of your window. Your nervous system overreacts because it learned that the world is unsafe and unpredictable. The good news, your window isn't fixed. It can widen. But first, you need to understand what happens when you leave your window. Let's start with hyperarousal. When you go above your window, this is your sympathetic nervous system activation. It's fight or flight mode. Your body is pumping adrenaline and cortisol, preparing you to fight off a threat or run from danger. In hyperarousal, you might snap at people over small things, feel rage that seems disproportionate to the situation, have racing thoughts you can't slow down, experience panic or intense anxiety, feel like you're going to explode if you don't move or do something, become controlling or aggressive, or talk fast, interrupt, or can't stop moving. Physically, you might notice rapid heartbeat, shallow, faster breathing, muscle tension, especially in jaw, shoulders, and fists, feeling hot or flushed, digestive issues, or insomnia, or restlessness. Here's what's important to understand. When you're in hyperarousal, you don't have access to your rational thinking brain. The prefrontal cortex, the part of you that can problem solve, empathize, and think through consequences, goes offline. You're literally operating from your survival brain. That's why you say things you regret, make impulsive decisions, or can't just calm down when someone asks you to. Your nervous system thinks you're in danger, so it's doing what it's designed to do, mobilize you to fight or flee. The problem is, most modern stressors don't require fighting or fleeing, but your body doesn't know that. It's responding to your boss's email like it's a lion. If you tend toward hyperarousal, people might call you too sensitive, dramatic, explosive, overreactive, or intense. But what they don't understand is that your window is narrow, and you're being pushed out of it more easily than someone with a wider window. Now let's talk about hypoarousal, when you go below your window. This is your dorsal vagal response. It's shutdown, freeze, or collapse mode. Your body has determined that fight or flight won't work, so it's conserving energy and numbing you to survive. In hypoarousal, you might feel completely numb or emotionally flat, struggle to access any feelings at all, zone out or dissociate, feeling like you're watching your life from outside your body, have no motivation or energy, feel hopeless, like nothing matters, can't speak or articulate what you're feeling, want to sleep or hide, or feel like you're moving through fog. Physically, you might notice extreme fatigue or heaviness, slow heartbeat, shallow or restricted breathing, difficulty making eye contact, slumped posture, feeling cold, or brain fog or memory issues. Here's what people don't realize about shutdown. It's not laziness, it's not apathy. It's a protective mechanism. When you shut down, your nervous system is saying, "This is too much. I can't handle this." The only way to survive is to disconnect. This often happens after prolonged stress or repeated trauma. Your system has been in hyperarousal for so long that it exhausted itself and collapsed into hypoarousal. It can also happen in moments of overwhelm. Someone criticizes you, and instead of defending yourself, fight, or walking away, flight, you freeze. You can't speak. You dissociate. You're there physically, but you've left mentally and emotionally. If you tend toward hypoarousal, people might call you checked out, lazy, unresponsive, cold, or avoidant. But What they don't understand is that you're not choosing to disconnect. Your nervous system has pulled you into shutdown to protect you from feeling something it believes would destroy you. And here's the painful part. When you're shut down, you desperately want to feel something, to connect, to engage, but you can't. It's like your emotions are locked behind a wall you can't climb over. So, how do you widen your window? How do you increase your capacity to handle stress without exploding or shutting down? The answer: you practice staying in your window, and you learn to recognize and return when you've left it. Here are the key strategies. Strategy number 1: learn your window's boundaries. Start tracking when you leave your window. Keep a simple log. What was happening when I got dysregulated? Did I go up, hyperarousal, or down, hypoarousal? What were my early warning signs? Early signs of hyperarousal: jaw clenching, irritability, racing thoughts, shallow breathing. Early signs of hypoarousal: feeling spacey, heavy limbs, wanting to disappear, can't find words. The earlier you catch yourself leaving your window, the easier it is to come back. Strategy number 2: build resources for returning. You need go-to practices for bringing yourself back to your window. If you're in hyperarousal and need to come down, cold water on face or ice on wrists. This activates the dive reflex. Slow exhales, 6 to 8 second exhales. Progressive muscle relaxation, bilateral stimulation, cross-body movement like marching. Name what you see, hear, feel, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique. If you're in hypoarousal and need to come up, movement, jumping jacks, shaking, dancing. Cold water or ice stimulates your system. Splashing face with cold water, upbeat music. Calling a friend, social engagement. Strong scents, peppermint or citrus. The key is having these tools practiced and ready. You can't learn them in the moment. You need to practice when you're regulated so they're available when you're not. Strategy number 3: practice pendulation. Pendulation is a somatic technique where you gently move between states instead of getting stuck in one. When you notice you're shutting down, you introduce a small amount of activation. When you notice you're getting too activated, you introduce a small amount of calming. Example: you're feeling numb and checked out. Instead of trying to force yourself to feel better, you do 10 jumping jacks. Just enough to bring some energy back, then rest, then maybe 10 more. You're teaching your system it can move between states without getting stuck. This gradually widens your window because you're building flexibility in your nervous system. Strategy number 4: co-regulation. Your window widens in relationship with safe, regulated people. When you're with someone who's calm and present, their nervous system helps regulate yours. This is called co-regulation, and it's how we're designed to heal. Find people who don't freak out when you're dysregulated, can stay present without trying to fix you, don't take your reactions personally, and help you feel safe. This might be a therapist, a close friend, a partner, or a support group. You need people whose nervous systems can hold space for yours while it learns to widen. Strategy number 5: therapy, especially somatic or trauma-focused. If your window is very narrow, especially if you have a trauma history, you likely need professional support. Modalities that are particularly effective: somatic experiencing, EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, sensorimotor psychotherapy, internal family systems, or IFS, and polyvagal informed therapy. These therapies work directly with your nervous system, not just your thoughts. They help you process what couldn't be processed before and gradually expand your capacity. So, what does life look like with a wider window of tolerance? You can have a difficult conversation without exploding or shutting down. Feel your emotions without being consumed by them. Receive feedback without spiraling into shame or rage. Disagree with someone while staying connected to them. Experience stress without your whole day falling apart. Stay present in your body even when things are uncomfortable. Repair after conflict instead of disappearing or attacking. Here's what widening your window doesn't mean. It doesn't mean you never get dysregulated. It doesn't mean you're always calm and collected. It doesn't mean you become some Zen master who never feels anything intensely. What it means is, you leave your window less frequently. When you do leave it, you notice faster. You can return to your window more quickly. You have more capacity before you tip over. You're not becoming less human. You're becoming more resilient. Before we end, I want to say this. If your window is narrow, it's not your fault. You didn't choose the experiences that shaped your nervous system. You didn't ask for a childhood that taught you the world is unsafe. You didn't decide to develop a hair-trigger stress response or a tendency to shut down. Your narrow window is evidence that your nervous system did an incredible job keeping you alive in circumstances that were overwhelming. It adapted. It protected you. It got you here. And now, you get to thank it for that protection and gently teach it. We're safe now. We can expand. We can handle more. Widening your window isn't about fixing yourself. It's about giving your nervous system updated information so it doesn't have to work so hard anymore. You're not broken, you're adapting, and with practice, patience, and support, your window can widen. Understanding the window of tolerance changes everything. How you see yourself, your reactions, and your relationships. You're not overreacting or shutting down because something is wrong with you. You're responding the way your nervous system has learned to respond. And that can change. Remember, this video is for educational purposes and isn't a substitute for professional mental health care. If you're struggling with trauma or nervous system dysregulation, please reach out to a trauma-informed therapist. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing to Mindfully Regulated. We explore mental health, trauma, and nervous system healing in ways that actually make sense. Take care of yourself. Your nervous system is doing its best.